Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever looked up at the stars on a clear night and felt that overwhelming sense of awe, that gut feeling that something far greater than us is at work here? That's not just your imagination. It's a reminder, a whisper from the divine. Because let me tell you, denying the existence of God isn't just ignorance, it's arrogance. Think about it. Every heartbeat, every breath you take is a miracle in itself. Do you know how many processes must align perfectly in your body just for you to stand here? Your eyes, capable of seeing millions of colors, your brain, more powerful than the most advanced computer, none of this is random. It's intentional, it's intelligent. Now step outside, look at the mountains, the oceans, the way the sun rises and sets without fail. That's order, that's design. Chaos doesn't create harmony like that. The seasons don't change out of luck. The earth doesn't spin at just the right speed by accident. And the universe, let's talk about that. It's vast beyond comprehension, yet so perfectly fine-tuned that even the slightest deviation in its laws would make life impossible. Scientists call it the Goldilocks zone. I call it divine craftsmanship. But let's bring it closer to home. What about the way you just know right from wrong? That internal compass, that voice that nudges you when no one else is watching, that's not evolution, my friends. That's the signature of the Creator written on your soul. And if you doubt, let me ask you this, how do you explain the unexplainable? Miracles happen every day. Lives are transformed, addictions are broken, hope is restored, all because of faith in something greater. Because when people believe, they tap into a power no science can replicate. Even science itself is catching up. The more we discover, the more we see how finely tuned and interconnected everything is. Many great thinkers, brilliant minds believe in God, not because they abandoned logic, but because they followed it to its ultimate conclusion. Belief isn't about weakness, it's about strength. It's about realizing that the trials you face aren't meaningless. With God, pain is purpose, struggles lead to growth, and every setback is a setup for something greater. Cultures across the world, throughout history, have always known there is a higher power. How could billions of people over thousands of years be wrong? Are we really so bold as to think we're the first ones to have it all figured out? Faith isn't a crutch, it's a superpower. It fills the void left by materialism, by logic that can't answer life's biggest questions. Where do we come from? Why are we here? Where are we going? Only a fool would claim to have all the answers while ignoring the one who does. Now let's ask ourselves this, are we going to live our lives blinded by our own arrogance, or are we ready to open our eyes and embrace the truth that's been right in front of us all along? Have you ever stopped for a moment and truly thought about the miracle that you are? Your heart beats over 100,000 times a day without you even having to think about it. Your lungs inhale and exhale, delivering oxygen to trillions of cells that each carry out their own unique functions. Do you understand the magnitude of that? Trillions of cells working together, communicating, building, healing a network so complex that even the most advanced technologies we've created pale in comparison. Think about your brain, the command center of your life. It generates enough electricity to power a light bulb. It processes millions of pieces of information every second, from the temperature of the room to the sound of someone calling your name. Your brain is what allows you to create, to love, to imagine a better future. And we're supposed to believe that this intricate masterpiece just happened by accident? No way. Even your DNA, the blueprint of your being, is a marvel of design. The information encoded within your DNA could fill libraries, and yet every single cell in your body reads this code perfectly, knowing exactly what to do and when to do it. It's not luck, it's intention. And let's not forget your emotions, the way you laugh, cry, feel joy, and experience pain. These aren't just chemical reactions, they're proof that you are more than just a body. You are a soul, a spark of something divine. This isn't just complexity, it's artistry. And artistry always points to an artist. When you truly take a moment to reflect on all that you are and how flawlessly you are designed, it's impossible to deny that there is a higher intelligence at work. The evidence isn't out there somewhere, it's you. Take a deep breath and look around. Nature isn't just beautiful, it's breathtakingly intentional. Every leaf, every grain of sand, every drop of rain is part of an intricate system so precise it leaves no room for coincidence. The trees don't just grow, they give us oxygen. The oceans don't just flow, they regulate our climate. The sun doesn't just shine, it fuels all life on this planet. This isn't chaos, this is perfection. Have you ever wondered why the seasons change with such consistency? Winter turns to spring, spring to summer, and summer to fall. The cycle is flawless, ensuring that life continues to thrive. Crops grow at just the right time. Rivers flow, nourishing the earth. The earth itself tilts at the perfect angle, spinning at the perfect speed, so we don't freeze or burn. That's not random, that's order. And then there's the beauty. My friend, think about the colors of a sunset, the sound of waves crashing on a shore, the way flowers bloom, each petal arranged as if painted by a master. That beauty isn't an accident. It's a signature, a reminder that we are surrounded by something far greater than we can comprehend. What about the animals? Look at the migration of birds, the way ants build colonies, the balance of predators and prey. Nature isn't just surviving, it's thriving in harmony. And let's not forget the vastness of it all. From the smallest insect to the grandest mountain, every piece fits together like a puzzle. You can't stand in the middle of a forest or stare out at the ocean and tell me this is all a fluke. Nature shouts its truth every day. There's a creator behind it all, a force that designed it with care, precision, and love. Look up at the night sky and you'll see more than stars, you'll see perfection. The universe is vast, so vast it's almost incomprehensible, but within that vastness lies precision so exact that it will leave you speechless. Think about this, our Earth orbits the sun at just the right distance. A little closer, we'd burn, a little farther, we'd freeze. That's not luck, that's precision. The laws of physics govern everything from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy. Gravity, electromagnetism, the strong and weak nuclear forces, all perfectly balanced. If any one of these forces were even slightly stronger or weaker, life as we know it couldn't exist. The odds of that balance happening by chance, astronomical. It's like flipping a coin trillions of times and it landing on heads every single time. And consider the speed of light, 186,000 miles per second. It's not just fast, it's exactly what it needs to be to sustain the universe's delicate dance. The planets orbit in harmony, the galaxies spin with purpose, and every star burns at just the right temperature to bring light and warmth. This isn't chaos creating order, this is design at its finest. Even the smallest details scream of intention. The way water molecules bond, the exact tilt of Earth's axis, the composition of our atmosphere, everything works together like a symphony, each note perfectly in tune. This is no accident. When scientists look at the universe, many admit they're staring at something extraordinary, something beyond human understanding. The universe isn't just big, it's finely tuned to support life. It's not randomness. It's not a roll of the dice. It's evidence of a master architect, a divine intelligence behind it all, making sure everything works in harmony. The universe itself is proof of purpose. Deep down, we all have that voice. You know the one I'm talking about. It's the quiet nudge that tells you when something isn't right, even when no one's watching. It's the force that pulls you to help someone in need, that sense of guilt when you do something wrong, and that surge of pride when you choose to do what's right. That's not just instinct, that's a moral compass, and it's something far greater than biology could ever explain. Think about it across cultures, across time. Humans have always had a shared understanding of right and wrong. Sure, the details may vary, but the core values, justice, kindness, love, integrity, are universal. So why? Because they come from the same source. They're written into the very fabric of who we are. Now let's be honest, if we were nothing more than products of evolution, if life was just about survival of the fittest, then why would we feel compelled to sacrifice for others? Why would we care about fairness or honesty? Those things don't make you stronger in a physical sense, yet we hold them sacred. Why? Because there's something bigger at work here. When you feel compassion for a stranger, when you forgive someone who hurt you, when you stand up for what's right, even when it's hard, those moments point to a higher power. They reveal a design, a purpose, a creator who instilled those values in us. And here's the kicker, you can't escape it. Even those who claim not to believe in God still live by principles that come from Him. That's the beauty of it. Your moral compass isn't just a guide, it's a reminder. A spark of divinity within you that connects you to something far greater. It's proof that we weren't made for chaos, we were made for purpose. Nothing is more powerful than a story, a real, raw, unshakable experience that changes everything. Personal testimonies are the undeniable evidence of God's hand at work in our lives. They cut through doubt, they pierce through logic, and they resonate with a truth you can't ignore. I want you to imagine a person who's hit rock bottom. Maybe it's addiction, the kind that grips you so tightly you feel like you're suffocating. Maybe it's loss of a loved one, of a career, of purpose itself. And then in that darkness, something shifts. A prayer whispered, a desperate cry for help. And suddenly there's light. Suddenly there's strength where there was none. That's not coincidence, that's transformation. There are countless stories like this, lives turned around in ways that defy explanation, people healed from illnesses the doctors had given up on, families restored when bitterness seemed insurmountable, peace found in the middle of chaos. These aren't fairy tales, they're real. You've heard them, you've seen them. Maybe you've even experienced one yourself. What's incredible is how these testimonies ripple outward. One person's breakthrough inspires another to believe. One story of hope ignites a spark in someone else's heart. That's the power of faith. It doesn't just stay within you, it spreads, it uplifts, it transforms communities, families, entire lives. And the most beautiful part? These testimonies are personal yet universal. The details may differ, but the core truth remains the same. When people reach out to God, He shows up time and time again. That's not up for debate. It's not theory, it's fact, written into the lives of millions. These stories are living proof that God is real, that He is present, and that He is actively working miracles every single day. Let me tell you something powerful. Science and faith are not enemies. In fact, the deeper you dive into science, the more you begin to see the fingerprints of God all over it. The universe operates on rules, precise, unchanging laws that govern everything from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy. These laws don't just exist, they scream of order, intention, and brilliance. Think about it. The Big Bang Theory itself doesn't contradict the existence of God, it affirms it. Scientists say the universe began with a sudden explosion of energy and light, but where did that come from? What caused it? The answer isn't nothing. The answer is something eternal, something all-powerful, something divine. Take DNA, the building block of life. It's a code, an actual language so intricate and vast that it contains the instructions for every living organism. Who wrote that code? It's not random. Randomness doesn't create libraries of information. Intelligence does. And the fine-tuning of the universe? That's no accident. Scientists call it the anthropic principle, the idea that the conditions of the universe are perfectly calibrated to support life. The force of gravity, the charge of an electron, the expansion rate of the universe change any of these by even the smallest fraction, and life would be impossible. That's not luck, that's design. Even the greatest minds, Newton, Einstein, and countless others, looked at the world and saw something extraordinary. They saw order, purpose, and intelligence far beyond human comprehension. The truth is, science doesn't eliminate God, it reveals Him. The more we discover, the more we see how interconnected, how intentional, and how miraculous this world truly is. Science is a tool that helps us understand the masterpiece, but make no mistake, the masterpiece points to the master. Adversity. It's the fire that tests us, the storm that shakes us, the weight that threatens to crush us. But let me tell you, this adversity is not the end of the road. It's the beginning of transformation. And when you have faith, when you believe in a power greater than yourself, it's not just possible to overcome, it's inevitable. Think about the toughest moments in your life. The times when you felt broken, lost, or completely defeated. Maybe it was a betrayal, a financial collapse, or a devastating loss. In those moments, it's easy to feel like there's no way out, no reason to go on. But that's when faith steps in. That's when God shows up and whispers, "You're not done yet. I'm not done yet." Faith doesn't remove adversity, it redefines it. It takes what looks like a setback and turns it into a setup for something greater. It transforms pain into growth, weakness into strength, and hopelessness into purpose. With God, adversity isn't a punishment, it's a platform for your breakthrough. Look around and you'll see people who've risen from ashes to heights they never imagined. Addicts who found freedom, the brokenhearted who discovered joy, those who lost everything only to gain a life filled with meaning and fulfillment. They didn't do it alone. They leaned on a strength that wasn't their own. They trusted in a God who turns messes into messages and trials into triumphs. When you face adversity with faith, you realize something incredible: you're never alone. You have a source of strength that never runs dry, a hope that doesn't fade, and a purpose that nothing can destroy. The storm doesn't defeat you, it refines you, it prepares you for what's next. And with God, what's next is always better. Look at the world, every culture, every civilization, every corner of the globe, and you'll see something undeniable. From the beginning of time, humanity has shared a profound, unshakable belief in something greater. Call it God, a higher power, the divine, whatever the name, the truth is the same. The recognition of something beyond ourselves is universal. This isn't coincidence. This isn't cultural conditioning. It's deeper than that. It's in our DNA. Across history, people who've never met, who've never even heard of each other, have built temples, offered prayers, and sought guidance from the unseen. The ancient Egyptians, the Greeks, the Mayans, the Hindus, the Christians, the Muslims, all of them in their own way pointed to the heavens and said there is something more. Why? Because we all feel it. It's that quiet pull when you look at the stars and feel awe. It's the whisper in your heart when you hold a newborn baby and know life is sacred. It's the longing for meaning that drives us to seek answers beyond what we can see or touch. This isn't just a human quirk, it's a divine imprint. Even in societies that claim to reject religion, belief persists. People create their own systems of meaning, their own codes of morality, their own rituals to connect with something bigger. Why? Because the need for the divine can't be erased. It's universal, it's eternal. When you see this pattern repeated over and over through time, through culture, through language, you realize something profound. Humanity isn't just guessing. We're responding to a truth that's been embedded in us from the very beginning. We were created with a yearning to connect to the Creator. That's not a theory, it's reality. And it's a reality we all share. Let's get real for a moment. As humans, we like to think we've got it all figured out. We've mapped the stars, decoded DNA, and built machines that can process information faster than we ever could. But here's the truth: for all our achievements, we've only scratched the surface. The universe is vast, mysterious, and infinitely complex. And the more we learn, the more we realize how little we actually know. Think about it. Scientists estimate that 95% of the universe is made up of dark matter and dark energy, things we can't even see or measure. We know it's there, but we have no idea what it is or how it works. Even here on Earth, there are mysteries we haven't unraveled. We don't fully understand consciousness, the origin of life, or why the universe exists in the first place. And yet some people claim there's no God. They insist that if something can't be measured or explained, it must not be real. But isn't that the height of arrogance, to assume that the finite human mind, with its limited perspective, can comprehend everything about existence? It's like standing on the shore of an endless ocean and declaring you've seen it all. Here's the beauty of it: the limits of our knowledge don't diminish the truth, they point to it. They remind us that there's more to life, more to the universe than we can ever imagine. When we hit the wall of what we don't know, that's where faith begins. It's not a crutch, it's a bridge. Because let's face it, the greatest mysteries, love, purpose, eternity, can't be solved with equations. They require something deeper, something greater. And that something is the divine. There's something extraordinary about faith. It's not just a belief, it's the key to unlocking a life of true fulfillment. People chase success, wealth, status, but deep down, they know that none of that can fill the void. You can have everything the world says will make you happy and still feel like something is missing. That's because fulfillment doesn't come from what you acquire, it comes from what you believe in. Faith gives you a sense of purpose that goes beyond the fleeting pleasures of this world. It's the reason you get out of bed every morning, not because you have to, but because you have a deep sense of meaning driving you. It connects you to something larger than yourself, something eternal. It fills the emptiness that money, fame, and achievements can never touch. And here's what's amazing: when you truly live by faith, when you believe in something greater than yourself, the pursuit of success becomes so much more powerful. It's not just about accumulating wealth or recognition, it's about making a difference, impacting lives, serving a greater purpose. That's fulfillment, the kind of fulfillment that no amount of money or status can replace. Faith transforms how you see the world. It shifts your perspective from fear to hope, from scarcity to abundance. It empowers you to face life's toughest challenges with resilience, knowing that there is a higher purpose behind everything that happens. Faith gives you the strength to push through the obstacles because you understand that you're part of something bigger, something beautiful. In the end, fulfillment doesn't come from what you do, it comes from what you believe. And when you anchor your life in faith, that fulfillment flows effortlessly into every area of your life. It's the greatest success you could ever achieve. Let me leave you with this: when you stop and look around at the beauty, the complexity, and the order in the world, you can't deny that there's something far greater at play. Everything from the universe to your very breath points to a creator, a higher power, a divine force that's behind it all. This isn't something you need to prove with logic or science. It's something you feel deep in your soul. The miracles you've seen in your life, the stories of others overcoming the impossible, the way nature itself aligns with precision, it all tells you the same thing: God is real, and He is at work in every moment of your life. You don't need to have all the answers. All you need is the faith to step forward, to trust in the bigger picture, and to know that your life has purpose. So don't let doubt hold you back. Don't let the noise of the world drown out the truth you already know. Embrace the beauty of life, the power of faith, and the knowledge that you are not alone. The creator of the universe is with you, guiding you, loving you. And with that kind of support, there's nothing you can't overcome, nothing you can't achieve. Step into your destiny, trust in the journey, and know that you are part of something far greater than you can imagine. The best is yet to come.